Well, hello guys, welcome back. So I think the old man set me up. The home that he moved into, he had plans all along. Whether I wanted to or not, I'm being kind of pushed ahead on stuff. And I keep going back and forth between what are they exactly, like Asmodeus and everyone else. And the thing is, they'll answer to anything. If you salute them as a god or a demon or an angel or a saint or whatever you decide you think they are, they're pretty damn good. They'll answer to stuff. Asmodeus is usually kind and charming, but he has this mode where he will tell you, if you ever try to do that to me, I will put a boot up your ass and don't think I won't. So it's kind of like dealing with Odin, kind of. Um, because there are certain ways certain people work with them. And at least I found resources where they'll say, yes, you can use this sign to represent them, like we use this sign to represent Odin. I can giggles back here. But nobody would be stupid enough to draw his triangles and then demand Odin appear, because if he deigned to appear, he would kick your ass for you because you don't make him do shit. Because he is a king, and he's a king of the gods, and he's a creator god, and you would get 5 billion things about hanging on the real tree for this bullshit. And he would answer you, and he's very strong and dominating, and that's why a lot of people won't work with Odin. Asmodeus can be very sweet and kind, or a gentleman, but he can go into Odin mode too. So today it was kind of Odin mode day. It was like, you're okay. He's like clearly associated with wrath. Though that like bounces around from individual to individual, but he was like, fine, you're not a morning person. But then after a while, he was like, okay, you're not going to sit around all day being in a bad mood, hating everyone, being angry. He said, you're just making this worse. You need to work on your shit. So we worked on going to a couple sites, and I never tell you guys sites. I'm not trying to hide information from you or anything, because every single time it comes back and it burns me. Somebody I thought was so wise and so civil and rational and a totally normal human being, couple years down the line, they turn out to be a nut job extremist. So I'm like, I'm not going to lead you guys towards anything, because then I either have to go back and destroy years worth of videos, or, it might not be right for you. Everybody works differently with these entities, and we're bouncing back right now between, are they old gods? Are they demons? Are they angels? Are they space people from Jupiter? I don't fucking know. They'll answer to anything as long as you're respectful. But Asmodeus at least has made it clear that, yeah, you can use, and this is for me, you can use the sigils, you can use the symbols, whatever you feel comfortable using to represent them. But don't ever think you're going to snap your fingers in the face of the average demon and get a good response. They're not your pet. They're not coming if you call them. They're not a dog for you to be the master of. I know there are a lot of people that teach that, but Asmodeus especially, or any of them especially, because a lot of people are actually afraid of him, would tear that up and have a fucking ticker tape parade. They don't attack because they don't feel like attacking. It's like any god, I'm not trying to scare you guys, but you might as well know this. Any god, any goddess could rip any kind of words, I don't care how powerful you think you are, that you set up to shreds. They don't hurt you because they don't feel like it. If they hurt too many humans, then they're not going to have anybody to work with them and worship them. And generally, they are nice and even tempered. If you are getting hurt, it's usually something you have earned, or you have approached the wrong entity. I already have, Asmodeus telling me, you're not just going to approach anyone you want as your teacher. I will pick your teachers for you. And I better listen, because he doesn't tend to repeat himself. So, I've been working with him today. I've been working with Lucifer and Satan today. And we found a couple places that they seem to be serious about working with them. And whether you work with them as demons or gods, like I just hit a point last night, like I was like, I don't really care what you are. You're treating me well, you're kind to me, and I'd watched this thing about the Watchers, and I had saved it to a private list I have, but I just kind of saved it to remind myself of how some people treat entities they don't like. I don't know how the guy that made the video could be so blindly obedient, but he's crowing about how God gave angels sexual desires, and this is in this book of Enoch, and they were having sex and having babies up in heaven, and they had all this wonderful technology and all this knowledge up in heaven, but it wasn't for us humans. And some of the watchers looked down, and they're mostly polygamous, and they were like, hey, and women looking fine. And they came down here and they saw how the world was, and they were like, humans don't have shit. We gotta teach them some shit. So they taught them stuff like makeup and painting and the arts and science and logic and oh my fucking god, stuff people should know. And God lost shit because humans weren't allowed to have this stuff because they were perfectly fine without it. And the angels were like, nah, they're much better and happier this way. So they married a bunch of human women. They had offspring with them, which would have been half angel and half human. And this guy just delighted in this because I know this is gonna upset some of you, but at the end of the story, this God is a real son of a bitch. You gotta understand this. This is why a lot of people are hostile when they get out of the Catholic Church. He kills all their children in front of them. All these angels that went and had children with human women because they were forbidden to. And I'm like, what kind of stupid moron is this God? Who creates somebody with sexual desires and then puts something that's sexually desirable in front of them and goes, no. You gotta be a fucking moron to do that. It's like having 20 tomcats and 20 queens in a house, never fixing or neutering any of them, and then being pissed off when there are kittens everywhere. It's like, nature's gonna follow nature, man. You should have thought this shit out. Um, and I'm getting woo back here. God, I don't have a problem with. The God of the Bible, I don't like that fucker because he's mean. So, I get woo back here. So, he kills all their children in front of them and then imprisons them. And they're going to be imprisoned until the end of day, and then they're going to be cast into fire forever. I'm like, what kind of twitchy, touchy motherfucker drops his favor so fast? Yeah, we all lose our tempers. Yeah, we get mad at people. And yeah, this is the last time you do shit, but nobody takes vengeance that fucking far. Demons, in retrospect, whether you see them as biblical demons or wise one or whatever, they're downright fucking plastic, because not even they're that extreme. I'm feeling this little bit of pride from Asmodeus. I'm like, Jesus fucking Christ, you killed their children? God of the Bible kills a lot of children. That's why, like, sometimes I'm mystified. People are like, here, have a Bible, it's so comforting. Yeah, the child slaughter, that really fucking comforts me. How can you read this shit and be happy? Then he drowns everybody on the planet, and then it goes to Noah. You know what? I shouldn't have done that. No fucking shit. You killed a whole race of people. That's fucking genocide. Like, this god is fucking unstable. Makes Loki seem downright rational and placid. Loki's like, I mean, Loki, according to some people, is going to be one of the ones to end the robots. Like, you know what? They're all going to be joining into the final battle of Ragnarok, which I don't believe in, but if you did, they're all gonna fucking be joining in this fight, so it's all their fucking responsibility, not just one. Yeah! And the thing was that really bothered me about that story too. God could have ended that thing before it started, because if you create a race of creatures and you create these angels and your kids start fighting because they're basically your children because you created them, who the fuck just sits there and watches this shit play out? You'd be like, no, you over there and you over there. I'm like, this is fucking bad parenting on an epic level. You don't let this shit go down. Your kids start fighting. You start telling them about the children that fought and ended up in the woods and nobody ever saw them again because the Slender Man ate them. So Lucky's back here. Your children would have horrific scarring. I know, but they will be survivors. Oh god, my mother used to tell me terrifying stories. I had the kind of mom, and she was like the sweetest, kindest person on the planet. She really was, but she would tell you fucking terrifying stories to settle your ass down. Anyhow, I've been working with them, and I'm like, I'm to the point now where, when you see a video like that where this person's absolutely gloating that they're going to be, suffering forever, I'm like, that's fucking good Christianity for you right there. Um, I personally don't like this individual's channel because at random they'll have sympathy for one character, but they're usually, a rat bastard, and they can't wait to see people get what's coming to them. I'm like, karma's a bitch, man. She got your number. You're gonna get it. So yeah, woo, back here. So, it's just been really good, and I really reached the point where I'm like, I don't give a shit if they are demons that got cast out of heaven, because if they are, that god is fucking unstable maniac, and I don't treat them very well. And I'm like, how could you not feel sorry for someone that had the favor of their creator and then got fucking boot because they have free will and they decided that maybe I don't want to kiss your ass for all eternity. Maybe I have my own desires and dreams and want to go off and do something. And, the guy was saying, well, it was, and he ping pongs back as I experienced in Lucifer and Satan are entirely different entities. But, saying about this one would be better than being God, better at being God than God. I'm like, yeah, have you seen how fucking unstable that God is? Anybody would be a better God except Trump, but anybody else, I go, ooh, shade. Anybody else would be good. So, I hope you guys enjoyed that. I try not to throw too much political shade, but I did win a bet with Asmodeus on that. I think he let me win, so I would feel good, because I was like, he's gonna get off scot-free, and he's like, how could he? I said, I don't know who the fuck he made a pact with or who the fuck his guardian is, but I said, this guy's fucking untouchable. Nobody can reach him. I said, I personally don't care either way about him because I think the president's just a puppet figure anyway. So I don't believe in conspiracy theories, but I believe the government does what the fuck they want and they have elections so we feel good about ourselves. But I'm a cynical bastard. But, he can giggling back here. But, there are some people nothing sticks to it. I'm like, there's an individual that I don't care what he would do. He could murder somebody on national television and people would be like, what are you gonna do? The person had it coming. I'm gonna end this channel. But you see people like it and you gotta wonder. And I said, who did he make a deal with? I need this backer in my corner because I would like to be able to do whatever the hell I want and just get off scot-free. Some people seem like immune to the rules the rest of us have to live by. Anyhow, I thought we would catch you guys up. I actually hate drinking on camera, but it's that or coughing on you, and I don't think you want me to cough on you either. So, if you guys like what you see, like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you later. Bye-bye.